Hello everyone, I am Sarah and welcome back to the ongoing talk series, Investment and Business Development, in collaboration with IDAN Government, NATFI and Entrepreneur School of Business. As we dive into today's discussion on agroeconomy, we are stepping into the very backbone of our Nagaland's livelihood and economy. Agriculture is not just about crops, but it's about communities, sustainability, innovation, and food security. Let's take a closer look at the challenges and emerging opportunities shaping this sector today. Today we are joined by two phenomenal panelists, and I would like each one of you to kindly introduce yourself.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Colonel Joy. Sarah, thank you for inviting us to this panel, most unexpected. Yeah, I was in the Indian Army for 2 decades, and after taking my voluntary pension, I joined the government of Nagaland, and I worked with the Zilla Sainik Board in Mogokchung, which is basically from the Directorate of Sainik Welfare and Resettlement. So as part of the resettlement aspect, I learned that I needed to train myself to groom my soldiers to find a second leg in their lives. And thereon, I taught myself through experts and friends, organic farming, piggery, poultry, fishery, and stuff like that, because I thought that those are things which would be applicable to our troops once they've settled here. My wife is from Peren, she's Zeme Naga, and that's how I've happened to meet Dikang also. All of us are supposed to be from Peren district today. So after leaving the government of Nagaland, we've come together, a group of us, through a program brought to Nagaland by the government of Nagaland, which taught us the aspects of thinking like entrepreneurs. And that was vital, and that in that context is the first time that I met Dikang, when we were introduced to him through Dr. Patu, who's part of our team. Subsequently, we have founded Naga Key Product Private Limited, and we are looking to focus on the artisanal aspects, the agri aspects, and rural farm wellness stay. So that's for the time being, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, my name is Peihauding, and I am the founder of Ngurie Organic Private Limited. Here we produce bioenhancer, which to promote plant growth and helps in water retention. So this is what we are working very closely in the organic field. My education background, I'm a master's in botany. I did my master's from Kohima Science College.
Well, thank you so much to both of you. Despite your busy schedules and appointments also, thank you for making it up here. And I believe that we're all going to have an insightful discussion today.
Looking forward to that. Yeah.
So moving forward, I want to start with Sir here. So Sir, you have also mentioned about you being in the army profession, and then after your retirement, now you're back to producing, connecting Nagaland farmers to markets. So acting as a bridge between the rural spice growers, like those cultivating turmeric, ginger, or king chili, and national or international buyers. How has it progress been like?
The actual progress starting with Naga Key products has started last year. But before this formal formation of the company, I was working with APEDA, interacting with APEDA, getting access to exporters. And I met them in buyer-sellers meets in Kohima and Dimapur, where I could get insights as to what the export market and even through their expertise, what the national market would require. And there we could talk to the farm people. I find that it's a challenging journey.
Of course.
So at this moment, it's the first year compared to Peihauding. He's done a lot in a very short time. I've been watching him. For us, it's just the start of a fraction of what Dikang has been doing. I would say that it's a learning process for us right now. And right now we're building, working to build a model of trust between the farmers and the market. The farmers to know that they expend their valuable energy, time, knowledge, and at the end of it, they have the confidence that somebody is going to take their produce at a fair price. And confidence on the market to know that they invest in the farmers and they will work sincerely with the best knowledge and practice, and they will produce it as required by the market. So that's the model that we're working on right now.
Well, good luck to that. Really excited to what's coming up ahead. So Peihauding, your journey began with a very small invention during your school days. So looking back, what kept you going through the years when you had no external support or funding?
Oh, yeah, it was not an easy thing. Basically, to start a very new thing, especially to invent new thing is not a very easy thing. But I will also say that it's not a hard thing. So if the passion we have inside our hearts, then nothing can stop. So the first challenging that we face was, since it's a new invention, we have to try so many things. So that we have to find this, we have to find that, we have to go here, we have to go here and there, and then we have to knock so many doors. The first thing that we find challenges is that what do we need? So when we find that what we need, then we have to approach that people. So either it's a department or it's an organization. Yes. So that's what we have to find. And the challenges that we face is that we don't have much, a good infrastructures or good equipment for us to actually how we want to build it. So that's the time, especially when we test. But I am really fortunate that I am from the Kuima Science College. So my college, they from the Department of Botany. So they offer me everything, whatever available in the the laboratory. And then they said, and I approach. So what can I do? I said, I want to work, and I'm working on this product called, organic healing paste. So they said, okay, you can work on it. So they let me work overnight, and even when I was a student. So I got full-fledged there. So I use all this laminar airflow and the microscope, which is a very expensive thing. So I was very access to that. And it allowed me to build, the product that I stand today.
Shout out to your college,
Yeah, that's
to
true.
give such an opportunity, to such students also, I think.
Right.
Yes. So coming back to your bioenhancer and healing paste, you have created, an award-winning organic solution. So that you have also mentioned about the, lack of technicals and so on. So what was the biggest technical or emotional challenge, you faced while developing this, and how did you really overcome?
To build that product, it was not easy, as I said. We have to face so many technical things. As I said, example, the very common one, we need a liquid nitrogen for testing, but it is not so available here. And then mere students like us, it's very difficult to find the product because those things is it's expensive. And so when we bring also, we need to have a proper methodologies and how to go about the steps and everything. So those are the challenges, technical challenges that we face. Of course, there are so many chemicals that is also there. Also the equipment that is also there, laboratory apparatus and all those things. So those are the main challenges that we face actually when we want to build a new product. And so those are the things. But of course, if we have a lot of money, we can do any part of the of the world. Today, we are not less than any of the countries. India is we are very vast, we are very diverse, and so but still as a student level, right? We are talking about student level. So it's a great the challenging that I have gone through in developing the product.
You've come a long way in there.
That's true.
Yeah, coming back to Sir, how is it promoting the indigenous produce from Nagaland? Mainly highlighting the native crops like the Naga King chili, renowned for its uniqueness and potentially promoting the regional branding.
I think we need to take advantage of the GI tag that we have for Naga King chili. We found that we were looking at value addition. to a market which could like make sauces and stuff like that internationally. And we were being compared with Bhut Jolokia. And they were buying Bhut Jolokia from Assam at a rate which is not possible over here. And then I had to kind of bring to mind that Bhut Jolokia is not the same as Naga King chili. It's a GI tag thing, so we need to work on a niche market. That company had something working on Bhut Jolokia sauce and stuff like that. So I said we need to make a new niche product, maybe Naga King chili sauce or something like that. So that's one thing, like we need to work to our strengths. We cannot compete with the people right now on scale and pricing. So given that constraints, I think we need to work to our strengths and create a niche for ourselves.
Right. Also, sir, like you have worked with a lot of rural communities and SHGs, right? So through all this, how did it help you to promote or encourage sustainability and scalable agro enterprises here in Nagaland?
Well, as I said, we're still scaling up. And the first experiment that we had before forming the company also was from an observation in Jalukhe market. I was commanding the NCC from 2010 to 13. So one of my cadets from St. Xavier's College, I found her selling vegetables in the local market. So I was like, that's really neat. A graduate and she's selling vegetables. And so I was talking to her about her challenges, and I found that all the vegetables was coming from outside. So from Dimapur, which means it was coming from Assam. So we started traveling. My wife was from Empai village, and we are kind of linked up with 3 villages there. So we started encouraging with the help of the village council chairman to select two self-help groups. So we had 10 self-help groups to grow vegetables, initially just to surplus, to market the surplus in the village, and then next to Perin and Jalukhe. So, and then we got good support from the government, government in the sense like SASAD and the KVK there, scientifically, seeds, inputs. I must commend them that they really helped us for that one.
Amazing. Yeah, we are getting back in depth, but I have a question for Sir Peihauding.
Okay.
So you're not just a founder, but also a mentor to many young students. So what do you think young minds in Nagaland really need the most when it comes to innovation and to succeed?
As for my experience, like from my point of view, everyone will have a different point of view.
Of course.
But what I want to say to the grassroots innovators, so never give up, because this is not the end, and this is just a start. So one thing that they should really look forward is your passion in passion in working. And I still remember like our Sir Nechite Dolo, who is also the CEO of the Entrepreneur Associates. He always tells money is everywhere. So, right. Then I just want to tell the young people, those who are having a big mind and who can whose ideas can really impact in a global scale. Today they might think that it's small, but in tomorrow it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge. So that those are the things. And in going to the process they will face different challenges. But I want to encourage that if they are lacking finance, they should look for their parents, they should look for their friends, and also their institutions and their teachers, their mentors, and gradually if they find someone, and there will be someone who will be there to help. Like especially in Nagaland, we have so many incubation centers right now. So if they need seed funds, because like to start this business or to start any new invention, we don't need like huge money. We just need a handful amount of money. Then we have to have like a proof of concept, like whether that small one is working or not. So to build that small one, of course, like we're not talking about a deep tech. So if this is deep tech, that's a different story again. But we are building a proof of concept. So that proof of concept can be built, and if you have the a very good ideas, people will understand that your ideas will work. So you just have to pitch your ideas to the incubation centers or to any of the institution. Then it will slowly able to build a standardized product. So there is a stage level in the ideas. So stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. So those levels are there. And so when they are ready for the market, and there will be like so many incubation centers that will dive in. And especially for me, I'm incubated in, I should say like in few incubation centers like UNET incubation centers, and I'm also just incubated in the IIT Guwahati by UNES, and I've just graduated from there. Then now I incubated in the IM Kolkata, and then Pusat Krishi, and also now in the BIREC, also in the Earthon. So those are the few like incubation centers which I'm incubated now, and like learning so much of insightful. So I'm not only learning that, but they're also financing it, like as a grant, right? So that allow me to work more on this. So likewise, if you are a new incubators, or like if you are new innovators, right? So, the opportunities are wide open.
Yes, it
like
is.
ever ready to help. Like industries and commerce is there one. And then, as I said, you better reach out to your friends, family. Yeah, then after that comes the incubation centers. So if your ideas works, then they will just give you a seed fund or something like that. So that will, enable you to work for a proof of concept. And also if you're trying, we can always, collaborate, and we can always handhold one another. And so that's the things we can make a better Nagaland.
Yeah, this part about his mentoring youngsters, I've been witness to that about 2 years back. He and his team, they had a coaching center focusing on maths and science, which I found really good. I mean, that's the basics set for innovation and stuff like that. Yeah, that was great. What is the name of that K something? No?
So we started in the year 2020. That is called Camder Coaching Center. We have impacted over 800 students.
Wow.
So
that's huge.
So we pitch, how to make better living. So we also emphasize more on the inventions, because any stream anyone can take up like invention. So that's what we started it. And last year also we host this Genesis Science Expo, which we invited our Sir Armstrong Pami, who is also now the director in the education, right, in Government of India. So this is how we invited them. So we invited like different bureaucrats like Dr. Ilang, and then our DC Sir Hyazu. So we invited our chief engineer Sorai Meru. So things like that. We invited and even our pastors were the moderator, Pastor Mongze Umpom. So we invited those people, and so that they can inspire the younger generation. So that's how we, and then we host the entire ecosystem. It's a big auditorium, and then like we allow the students to build the projects, like and then everything was exhibited. Of course, like we also give them the prize money and things like that. So it was a great success. This year also, the district education department, they came to us, and we host one program together. So we also host like 2 programs this year also. Like that is also about the science only. So we focus on science.
Yeah, it is actually a great initiative. Let's let's hope that I also be part of this. One day, someday. I mean, you're doing great. Not just
thank you.
Whatever it started from the beginning also. It was not just about yourself, but also for the community, and then doing such great community works. Hats off, man.
Yeah, and to build these things, like we need a good teamwork. So my team like is very strong, so that enable us to impact like thousands of people.
Shout out to your team.
Thank you.
So let's come back to you winning the national award, the Startup Maharati Award. That must have been, it must be one of the, the moment that you had. In what way has that, achievement, mean to you, like personally, like?
So that achievement is one of the milestones that I have achieved. It's all by the grace of God, especially just a national level. Even the Minister, Industry and Commerce Minister, Sir Piyush Goyal was there. So he was the one who awarded me that, very award. So
it must have felt so nice.
yes, because the security, coming from the security, like we feel so proud.
True.
And then like we were allowed because badge are there, like we scanned and everything. So we were placed in the first place also. And then, everything, and then actors were there. So I feel so proud.
Of course.
Like, the hard work that I've done in the back door.
Yes.
So it enables me to stand in the front door. So it's all by the grace of God. So, but we as an innovators also, like we have to do hard work also. So we have to burn our field, endlessly and to the maximum level which we can work. So even in the field of, now coming back to the business. So invention part is also there. But even if we have the best product in this world, like if we cannot sell, it doesn't make sense.
Right.
We have to make money, right?
Yes, of course.
So our invention has to make money. So that's why I started this Ngurie Organic Private Limited. So of course, this award is all about startups. So startups means how to help others, in return how to earn money, right? So we started small, and now we have a team. So that allowed us to actually apply for application. So these are all application process, and to win these, award also, we need to be a very good, in pitching.
Yes.
So what financial that we have to bring, and what are the things that we have to say, to whom, like how does we have to say, and if Sir is here, right here, so I have to talk more about like if he's in investors, I have to talk more of an investor kind of thing, and if he is in the technical field, so I have to talk more on technical things. So if you are a kind of like incubation centers, like I have to talk more on like incubation point of view, like what am I going to get from you? What am I going to get from you, right? So these are the things that we have to actually go about. So I'm really fortunate that I got trained well from the incubation centers. So also I want to thank the UNED incubation centers as well. Also the IIT Guwahati. So those are the things, it really helped me out actually to standardize my pitching, and by the grace of God, with the teamwork and handhold support from the incubation centers, and it leads me to that national level. So I have achieved a great milestone.
Once again, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I think throughout your story, like one thing I realize is discipline and consistency is really important for one to have in, because like I said, it's not an easy journey, and nothing's going to come easy as well, right? But as long as you're going to be patient as well with yourself, and then you're being disciplined, well-disciplined, and being consistent, you're going to get, it's going to take you places.
Right.
So amazing. Yeah, let's talk about your business now. So from an army profession to building an agricultural business here, connecting with the locals, how has that journey been like? Working very closely with the local farmers, and especially with the village people.
I think one of the first challenges that I would say is there's a need for mindset, to change our mindset, right?
Perspectives.
I think that people, by and large, maybe because of the environment, are more into that survival
instinct comes in.
And just dealing with, just producing enough for yourself, and whatever surplus is left over, you just share it with your friends and families. There's no culture of actually producing as a livelihood. So maybe that's one thing that, as far as the mindset, we need to work on that one. I think young people like him, and then we are diving inside, working. It's not easy.
True.
You travel 10 times, and then there will be some traction. So travel is a challenge itself, especially in this weather. That having been said, I think it's quite fruitful interacting with the people. The deeper you go inside, the more hardworking, the more sincere you find the people to be, more genuine you find them to be. And then we find that there is a lack of they have knowledge, they have indigenous knowledge, and they have tremendous capacity in that way.
That's true.
But maybe there's a gap as far as technology is concerned, supervision is concerned, and how technology and stuff could work with them. Yeah, so those are things that we're over this 1 year experience in a couple of villages. We are working to work on those lessons that we are learning right now. Yeah.
Yes, sir, I want to touch upon this. When you said that, like, no matter how hardworking we are, our people tend to be lacking when it comes to technology, proper use of it. So, and then people also say that when it comes to us, Naga, now we're evolving, we are getting into that, but most of us are very stubborn to changes, right? So, how has it been like that? Do you had any like such moments where it was hard for you to, just convince them, their mindset shift?
You're asking me or you're asking you?
Asking both of you. Let's begin with you.
Maybe, sir, you can say it. Yeah.
So my first target audience was my ex-servicemen. So they're a big source of experience, discipline, having served in the armed forces for 17 to 20 odd years. But that having been said, once they come back to their milieu, it's kind of the challenges that they, instead of bringing their what's inside, what the army has put inside them, they kind of tend to melt into whatever is the surrounding.
Emotionally also, I think we're really close, attached.
Very true.
Right?
So they don't want to really go out and do something outside. They want to be right there. So sometimes I used to joke, you want to have the job right next to your bed. But notwithstanding that, after repeated rounds of talking and bouncing off questions, planting thoughts in their minds, started getting traction. And especially in things like Moksemti village, Ungma, Tuli, and Jaluke here, Samjuram, then Impai village, started coming forward and started doing little bits which we're working to build on. Yeah.
Would you like to add up?
Yeah, I think the local people, I should say, like they are very much into what they are doing.
Right,
so to adopt new thing, like we have to bring trust in them, like, and especially we have to give them good unit economics.
Yes.
Like if you invest 5,000, like you will get 10,000 or 15,000, and so that the right testimonies, if we can give, they are okay to follow, but still then they face, that kind of things that I don't want to start a new thing. Because what I'm doing, I'm okay.
They're very comfortable with what they have.
Right. So they are contented with what they are doing it, and so these are the things. But slowly, I think steadily, like with the intervention, like sir and all. So it's a great thing.
Repeatedly working.
So they will slowly catch up. They will slowly catch up.
Yeah. Slowly, but we're getting there. Don't worry.
They're coming.
It's a long journey. It's a very long journey.
Yeah.
And that requires that patience and grit.
Exactly.
Not to give up here.
And I think when it comes to patience, we Nagas, we locals, we lack that, okay?
Right, that's true.
It's like we want an instant result, whatever we do. And which is why most of us, we just give up in the midway and then we just keep on complaining, government iku Ngurie, manu iku Ngurie na.
Right.
When you're the one who just exhausted yourself like that,
Right.
what can you expect to? Yeah. So let's talk about Nagaland biodiversity and also the logistics, the struggles that you go through, both of you. This question is open.
Okay.
So, as I see it, even though Nagaland is very rich in biodiversity, but we face challenges, especially when it comes to logistics and also market linkages. So, how are you all overcoming such barriers?
I think logistically, we face so much of challenges. Basically, we want a good machine from outside, and then we have to hire from outside. So the distance matters, and then in distance also is there. Suppose like my place in a rural sector, to bring again another we have to pay more, right? And then whatever that we needed. And then we expend more than what we have actually budgeted. So these are the challenges that we face basically in road also, and we face in the electricity also. Like we don't have the constant electricity. Also, there's a shortage in the voltage also.
Right.
So that doesn't allow us to operate the machines. And whenever we have orders also, like we cannot produce the orders. So that's the lacking thing that we face actually, in the field, in the real entrepreneurship. Like now the orders is given like 10,000 kg or maybe like 1,000 kgs produced in such and such and such date. Then comes like of course that's a big topic, but in a small scale, like if 50 kgs is ordered, if we don't have a constant electricity, and as a startups, we don't have budget to buy the generator in order to replace the electricity. Which is providing from the transformer, right? So that we don't have it, and slowly our economics, price is also stood up, and then the time also, the trust level it kills. So those are the challenges that we face, even in logistics also, even like in the field of manufacturing also. So I think what the government also can help is that provide a good roads, one. And then the other thing is like, better electricity. Yeah, that will really improvise for others people to come in. And basically that will cut the price also.
Yes. I think, when it comes to electricity, like our Nagaland, I think our government should really start doing something about it.
Right.
I think a lot of work is going on in the sense like if you see the roads, when I'm traveling in the interiors, the road to Tuli, Tuli to Mokokchung is coming up well. Before that, I would be in a tension as to which road to catch. Well, there'll be landslides and stuff like that. So roads are coming up, maybe slowly.
Slowly, na?
But I think from what I see, we're getting there. Electricity, just to give a small example, we are staying in Kacharigaon. I see that somebody, I think the department is setting up 4 transformers here, so that's in Dimapur. So I think, but he's very right. Those are issues that if an entrepreneur has, and I think Nagas are very innovative. If I think they have good roads, good electricity and water supply, I think Nagas can achieve a lot.
Yeah, of course.
Unlike other people, they have the inherent talent to really do it.
Because though we have the very rich biodiversity, we're not going to sell the biodiversity, right? We have to process the product.
True.
And we have to sell it off. So to process the product, what do you need? We need machinery.
Exactly.
Right? And what runs machine? It's electricity. So also like our labor charges is very high here.
Of course.
Labor charges is very high.
It must be.
Transportation also.
Transportation.
And it's not easy actually to run the manufacturing units. So those are the things that we actually face problem. And though we have the very rich biodiversity, unless we are promoting like ecotourism kind of thing. So, but to produce and manufacturing thing we are talking about right now here. So those are the major challenges. I think that others if manufacturing units, those who are running here in Nagaland, will also agree with us.
Yeah, even for the ecotourism, you do need good roads, good electricity and stuff like that. Having said that, he mentioned about labor costs, transportation costs. I guess if you could study other states, they have standardized labor rates as per skills and stuff like that, transportation rates and stuff like that. Like for example, when you're in Bangalore and you travel from the airport, it's about 34-40 kilometers, and you take an Uber or Ola, you wind up spending 1,000 to 1,200. In Dimapur, just to get to the airport, distance of 7 to 8 kilometers, you might wind up spending 1,400 to 2,200 to 2,800. So those are the kind of challenges. Maybe it could be standardized.
That's true.
Well, I think I really hope through this episode, even the concerned department can also look into it, because yes, of course, we're not saying Nagaland the government is not doing, but I think we need a little push, where it can also, because at the end it's boosting our ecosystem only in every sectors. So I think that has something to do with. I know it's not just depending on the government; it has to do with the public support as well, the unity, the cooperation, but. Yeah, I hope we're going to get there,
Right, it's true.
Yeah. So, yeah, both of you also, like I've said earlier, so I've mentioned this, working closely with the community people also, working with your team, working with the farmers. From your perspective, what are the biggest strength of Nagaland's farmer, your people, the laborers out there, and what do you think, the kind of support they still need to thrive?
So, you want me to say?
Yeah, do that.
I think what our farmers can also focus is one thing. If we can go for monocropping
Okay. Oh, yeah.
in a big scale. Because we do think we have land, but we do like, so much of intercropping. Suppose I need, 50 tons in one shipping. The orders is like 50 tons. And then maybe like, 1,000 tons. So we don't have much, or maybe our resources is available, but the product is not available.
Yes.
So now we talks about Naga King chili, but when it is orders in terms of bulk,
You don't have
we cannot. We cannot. Why? It's because we do less quantity.
Yeah.
Less quantity. So huge farming is, that's what I want to encourage to those who are listening, watching today.
Yeah.
Like have that bigger land and do like monocropping. But and intercropping is also possible along with that. Profitable crops can be in.
Yeah.
So like coming to the SSG, we have like so much of community lands, right? We have community land, and those can be, helped through this scheme. It's not necessary like all the governments to come in.
Yes.
So it can be like now in SAG, in a rural sector, they have NSRLM, which they have CLF funding. In each CLF will have more than 1 CR to 3 to 5 to 10 CR. They have it. So that with the proper MCPs, with the loan product, they can start their own.
Yeah.
And with that comes subsidies.
Yes.
And the government will come in.
Yeah.
Chief Minister Microfinance Initiative.
Yes.
And all those things can be chipped in. But provided if a help and technical support and actual demand thing, if that can be created. So if we can create those farming system, it's gonna help a huge demand from outside.
True.
And that's what we can say is that we have a very rich diversities or biodiversities, or we have a very pure land called an organic thing. So because the
Organic
product,
for
we talked about the geographical indications or GI tag, right? So those things based on those geography. Now the natural farming is coming.
Yes. Slowly.
So it's already started in Agri.
Yeah.
So in each whatever organisms that is there in that place, they will use this organism, make the fertilizer, and to be used only in that place. Yeah. So that is how things is going to work. And with that interventions, if all those things can be made. So like, or any organizations, those who are in the field of entrepreneurship, they have to provide a right product to be grown, so that there is a market there.
Yes.
So we cannot just say, you grow this, you grow that.
Yeah.
But having been said, where there is a demand, if demand is like on the right requirement for that particular region, so now coffee things has been planting event in the Parent district.
Oh.
So they have like now these land resources, they are helping it. So in acres and acres now they are planting, and they are gonna make it like in parent village to be as a call it as a coffee village.
Okay.
So they are already planted. So in acres, so you will see that one. So those things can be easily sell off, right?
True.
So this is how actually that a community should build, in the field of the farming thing. And if the right product can be introduced in the right place, that's what Nagaland will grow.
Requiring,
Yeah.
The only, from a little, he's a master's in botany. Right? I'm an army guy.
And I'm a literature student, okay? So we're having a great conversation.
a little experience about this monocropping, maybe a little bit of caution, because monocropping itself has its own dangers.
Yes.
So maybe he did mention intercropping. So maybe we need to find a balance there to do away with dangers of monocropping, palm oil and stuff like that and all. But yes, we need volume.
Right.
Definitely, that's the point that he was emphasizing on. We need volume, and we need to keep this in mind. If you go wholesale on monocropping, or I think organic farming also, so with all this need for certification costs and stuff like that, might not wind up being very economically viable. And therefore, I think even the government is now focusing on natural, so naturally Nagaland and stuff like that, which is, I think, a good step.
It's true.
So as mentioned about, like the just now what you mentioned, monocropping and the interfarming.
Right.
So with that, coming to that, we Nagaland, as we said, we're very rich when it comes to our farming, also our biodiversity, right? So how can, like modern organic farming, be introduced? I'm sure it must have started somewhere, but as a whole, in your community, how do you think that, that can be initiated and be convinced also to those people?
See, Nagaland itself is organic.
It is.
By default.
By default, it's an organic.
By default.
So whatever produced, like it's all organic. So actually, we don't need certification also. Like it's because we are not using chemicals, right? But of course, like again to export, we need all the certain, compliances. And to fulfill that, we need certification.
Yes.
So all those things, like of course, the departments is there to help. Like each districts to have each product, right? Each district will have each product. So the government is helping, the departments are helping, for the certification as well, organic certification. So each and every farmers will have that certificate certified, because their land is already certified.
Sure.
Once the land is certified, of course that the produce, whatever they are planting it, it all becomes organic.
Yeah, it's the land which is certified, it's not the produce.
Yeah.
The land has to be certified.
We also have to see the seeds also.
Right.
But the land it is most importantly the land. So our land is organic. So that becomes, we have so much of potential in that.
We do, actually do.
So like talking about the farming that we're talking about here, like if the farmers start their farming system, right, they should also think about the unit economics, which we're talking about. So what is the market rate? And what is the market demand? So when the demand is high, the price should higher. So even in Nagaland, like I also want to encourage, like mokan ite kiti kuri thagan. To mon ki asukule to manu kuri asukule to we all try to dive in.
Right.
And not understanding what is the unit economics. Aro mokan kun kini ase bi balban na jane. To manu dali ase chol dali ase. So dali she mui land bi ase to dali she. But actually, if we can make, the farmers are what I want to share, since I am also a farmer. I'm a farmer. So maybe nijor bagan kuri take. So that's what I want to tell the farmers also. Mokan market chawo lage. Mokan la nijor laga jaga par bhi it's sufficient enough. We have so much of market. Mokan to like itu it comes from Assam, it comes from Haryana, it comes from Andhra Pradesh, it comes from Punjab. So we have so much of market here itself. Here itself. So we need to focus what our people is buying. So if we can focus on that one, I will say that the farmers will get rich.
Of course, that is.
So that comes, the farmers will become an entrepreneurs.
Of course.
Like when we see about the US thing. You see that, like, the whole, most of the economy things is controlled by the farmers. So like the farmers like has a huge respect by others. But when we say here, people try to look down on us. Why? Because we are not doing the right economics things. Or rice hai dali ase. Rice to dali se. Then after that, next to na dali toro. They can start with chickpea. They can start with cabbage. To inya sob kuri de. Aru ekta season dali ekta season to khatam. So we're not following the season base also.
We just follow the trend.
If we can make man manu ki khai ase
Yes.
ki season te man manu ki khai
Oh, nijor laman.
so if we can focus on that one our farmers will be rich.
Of course.
The land can be leased.
Yeah.
Mati nai koile to manula mati lease kuro paru do.
Yeah.
And that the lease of the land is not that costly.
Of course, it's not.
It's not that costly.
Right,
So
right.
our farmers can intervene in that way also.
I think that is the most crucial, the need of the hour also. Before it's too late for us, our people, to just depend on the other people,
Things
for
coming
our...
from outside,
yes. Right. It's the need of the hour.
What I can see is that like if we can have cucumber farming.
Cucumber farming.
Yati Dimapur laga aro itu coal area region la taste to alaga so.
It is different. It is different.
Yes. So coal region ba if we produce mongtem to farming kuro paro do. So if we can have these things, we can sell.
Yeah.
So what like now kiwi and all these persimmon things like now slowly coming up. Right? Those are introduced things.
Yeah.
But our own local thing also, it will have a huge market here in Dimapur itself. Ekta truck anilebe ek din ba pikai jo do.
Only, I think the only question, like he mentioned about cucumber, it's really fantastic. The cucumber that you have here, juicy and stuff like that. And when you get the cucumber from Assam outside, it doesn't taste the same.
No.
But when you go and buy, or you're offered to buy 8 pieces for 500 rupees, then you got to stop and think, right? So I think one of the audience, they mentioned about something like this, that this price consciousness needs to be there.
Yes.
And it's not just through you're trying to make your money from that little produce, but expand. And that leasing is a great idea on that one,
I think one thing also that I wanted to, address about is when it comes to local saman loss, usually we hike the price so high, and then us as a consumer, try doing it, and we just go on buying something that's like cheaper also. I think that is something that we need to also keep a check on, because we have to understand from all the sides of this, the sectors. How is it producing, the progress, the transportation also matters a lot. So I think educating this, to our young people is really needed. And then people like you, I think, should start. I mean, you are doing such a good job now, but I think we should come up with more initiatives like that. It's really needed. So when we're talking about this, I want to ponder upon the transportation also, the means of communication. So, what do you think, how this market access, be improved beyond the physical transportation solutions? Any solutions that you would like to put on?
See, transportation also, one thing which I can share.
Yeah, please, sir.
Yeah. So, see, suppose in one of the village, like my village is Binner village.
Okay.
So it's far from here. It's far from here, right? From Dimapur, to Binner, it will take around 3 to 4 hours. So to reach there, but now transportation costs, how can we cut? Suppose like we are producing the products from Binner village. It's far, right? If we take Tata Mobile, it will be around 7,000 to 8,000. If we take a truck, it will be around 10 plus. But now, what we can understand in the business point of view, if we take truck, the price is going to cut down.
Yes.
Because we have unit economics. Nano hai susta hoi jabo do man bishi puki che gule do man truck anishe. Barato high thago bolu quantity bishi pukiwo do. Kita quantity bishi pukiwo price to namiwo.
Nami jai.
To Tata Mobile ba na aniwo truck ba anilobo. So and those strategic things. So if the starting entrepreneurs or the existing those who are doing business can help the farmers into a community which RCO is already doing, engage in the SAG.
Yes.
We're gonna have a huge impact on those things.
Of course.
As I said, we have the land. We have the land. And if we don't have the land, for those who doesn't have the land, you can lease the land.
We can always, there's always an alternative, right? You just have to find your way, your solution.
Yes.
If there's a will, there's a way.
Exactly.
Yes.
Would you like to add up to that, what Sreya said?
I mean, transportation, we haven't come to that stage at the moment because we're experimenting right now.
Yeah.
But just looking at it, the costs are so humongous. And that's why I mentioned, if we follow from other states, labor rates, transportation rates, and standardize that, maybe with a little bit of leeway for our local conditions, the topography and stuff like that. Maybe it'll be a big help.
So now let's come to the women, working into the the farming. So I think I want Sir to start with that.
Sure, yeah.
So how can women and like the self-help groups, right, be empowered in the diversification movement?
I think most of the self-help group are led by women.
Women.
Yeah, I think that's natural to find in Nagaland also. They're hardworking. Yeah. I think they need support in terms of knowledge, in addition to the traditional knowledge. Yeah, modern systems of management, package of practices. In our experiment, we found, and which we are looking to revise this year, we went for ginger. We procured ginger and gave it to them. But our selection of people or the farmers, let's say, may have fallen short of the desired result. So this year we actually contacted some of our leaders, not to ask them something, and to one of the leaders I had to tell, sir, we have not come here to ask you for anything, but since you are grassroots level leaders, you interact with the grassroots level people, we wanted to share with you our dreams and to ask you whether we are on the right lines. And I could see the body language changing. Before that, sir was sitting like this and looking at us like, what are we guys there to ask for?
Slowly, it's like, okay, I am done.
After that, he was like relaxed, and then he could, our whole team was there, 8 of us were there. And then sir was like, oh, your team is so different from the other people who come to us. So I think the strength of the team will spell out success in the future. So those people that we selected kind of got hampered. We didn't have direct access. So we had to depend on somebody to help us to find this thing. So we need to find a solution that's there. I don't know whether through department or if there's a mechanism that can be set up. Like he said, you go and knock
on people's
where
doors
to find out what you need.
Right.
So he's local. I'm local, non-local. So
you have the more exposure.
I know. So
but
my advantage is I've got bandwidth, right? The slight disadvantage I have is that I don't know actually whom to catch. To find out.
He's there.
And then somebody who's there from outside, I'm looking at them also now when they come in to work with us. Maybe if we can, if this talk could find structured ways of them to reach out to specific communities to work with.
It definitely will,
So last year we just gave ginger. And then we tried to, we had an MOU and stuff like that. We requested the village councils to be the backup for the thing. But there was no way that we could monitor. And now we don't know whether it's real or not. Charidishe, rain was not good and things like that. So this year we narrowed down. The initial advice was few families in a few villages. So now it's a couple of families in those villages from our experience to work with. And this year we are not giving them the material. So they're procuring the material. We are going to provide them the package of practices and look for monitoring with GPS and stuff like that. And then we will reimburse their cost to them once we see them working satisfactorily.
One thing I just want to add here also, like because what our farmers also, they think that they are the one who has to control the price. But actually it's not.
It's not.
It's the market who control the price. So they say like ginger is like 50 kg. I'm just taking the example of ginger. They said like 1 kg is 15. So tomorrow the price may be like 20 rupees. So because the farmers, like they try to decide the price. So that's the challenges that comes in the fields of the market as well as to the producer. Actually, the producer doesn't define the price, but it's the market that define the price.
In the previous recording, one of the episodes, someone mentioned this, one of the panelists also, that it was not on the farmer's topic, but from the maker's point of view. If you're the one, if you're making it, just be there.
Right.
Yeah, and if someone is in the sellers, let that person just go on, continue
Right.
that. Just don't be everywhere, and then it just hamper or ruin your marketing also. So I think that is one point Adagas should take in, because we become too stubborn. I know what I've gone through.
Yes.
You make your own praise, and then no, that's not how it works.
There's a space for everybody to fit into the whole value chain.
Exactly. Yeah.
One of the things that initially I mentioned about building trust.
Right.
So, and the experience that we had in terms of technology deficit and stuff like that. So I'm working with some friends from Pondicherry, Mumbai, to bring in their experience and their technology to overcome the challenge that we had. How to be able to use technology to monitor that, and then certification. He said. It is required in the end.
It is required at the end.
At the moment, looking at a company from Denmark and from Mumbai, Tatas, to maybe bring about good agricultural practices, which will build the trust ultimately.
True.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, I was gonna go into that question. Thank you for already bringing it up. So yeah, when we talk about bringing someone from the outside, and then I think when it comes to us local also, we're not really comfortable when someone outside just come and then they think that I think they're just gonna ruin our business, but it's not. Hey, so to change it also, any role that like the new agriculture technologies that can play in the Nagaland's farming. Maybe you've already mentioned you're gonna, you're already into the working. So you can add up into that, like any new roles.
Oh, I don't have much to say on this new role thing, because it's all about the farmers being engaged as a farmers, and then of course farmers as an entrepreneur. That's what we can do it. But I just want to really dive into the Nagaland context, of how organic thing, because we are on this focus of the producing, right? So in Nagaland, what the challenges that we have is we don't have much plain land. Like in other mainland, they have the plain land. So what are the challenges that we are going to face? One is that tilling, plowing. So they have the huge tractors that can plow, but we don't have that. So
we don't have that
so we need to have mass land, and that can actually reduce. So coming back to this economics point of view, now we have this cup. I have drank maybe more than half of this. So it's our land is also like this. So before it is we say it's an organic, full tank share. So now I have sheep.
It is not so organic now.
Yeah.
It has I have taken it, right? So once we plant, one gas daliwo, ulai diwo, right? Kumti jaiwo. So what we have to do is we have to put another organic fertilizer.
The soil health has to be maintained and refurbished.
Yes, so and then we have to add, because we already khai dishe do.
Sure.
So even the soil also act the same thing. So man khai dishe organic laga. So we cannot always say and then of course that will remain organic, but first year dalala or second dalala gas to same guti na diwo. First year, second year. So batch wastage. So in order to improve the first la produce growth na, then we have to add fertilizer. So to go 100% organic, we're going to face challenges.
Of course.
Because the organic price is very high.
It's high.
The fertilizer. So say 1 kg is because I'm a producer of organic fertilizer, right? So 1 kg is costing my organic fertilizer, which I call it bioenhancer.
Yes.
Ngurie bioenhancer, I'm costing 300 rupees. So I tell them, the farmers, I say, "Mula product to nakinibi koi moisida."
Why?
Too expensive.
It's too expensive because
Okay.
apni to 300 daliwo, apni la 300 to naulabo. Itone moila to nakinibi moi koi. So I have designed for indoor plants and fertilizer flowers karne ase koi moi. So I have tested in the alu, piaz, ito kan sob test kurishe moi. So it is it's very good.
That is interesting.
It's very good. But I tell them, don't buy. Because price ti na mile do price to.
Of course.
Price economics ti na mile.
Yes.
So ito nis na because mon khai de na. So that is why Nagaland we will face this kind of challenges
course,
to go
definitely.
organic.
Yeah.
So in that line, for soil health, intercropping and crop rotation would matter a lot.
It would.
To regenerate the soil. Yeah.
So, like say example, as I say, like let's take like 1 acres of land. We have in 1 acres of land, potato can be planted around 20,000 plants. Acres of land, 20,000 plants talibo parbo. So if we use these, 300 la dali sigleto, it will go for 45,000 apni fertilizer talibo like wo. 45,000, worth 45,000. You have to invest in fertilizer.
Fertilizing.
Yes. Taking one account like ekta plant around taking like 10 grams ekta plant ina dali sigleto approximately ina aibo. But whereas if we use like urea, 500 hit dali apni 500 rupees. So it's like 500 and 45,000.
There's a
the
huge
price economics it doesn't go, right? It doesn't go. So that's a rough calculation only. But of course, if we are really going dive into the field, the price also like fluctuate. But that's a rough calculation. But it is how it is.
It is. It's true.
So that is why the farmers also they have to think in this matter. And it has to be done. Logically, logically.
Economically.
What is going to be the next after 5 years? We cannot always claim that I will go organic 100%. If you want to grow 100%, then you have to think about the price.
The pricing.
What you are going to incur in future. What you are going to bring in fertilizer, because it has to be fertilized.
Of course.
You have to put it, no?
Yes.
To get the same harvest next year.
And if you just jump in blindly, you'll wind up in a situation like Sri Lanka. They suddenly banned everything and they decided to go organic. The whole sector went into a turn. So you've got to be careful about that.
Right.
It is true. I think it also comes with the education also. No? The education plays a lot, research as well. So I want to ponder upon that also, and then I will wrap up the session. So, from your point of view, sir has already touched upon it. So, like, how can research, education, a partnership really support this agroecological transition here in our Nagaland?
I propose to bring my friend from Pondicherry to work on this few deficits that we found, to bring the technology, the supervisory deficit, the managerial deficit, to work on the strengths that the Naga farmers already have. I mean, they have the traditional knowledge. Where they are lacking is to get access to this modern practices, package of practices. And where the supervisory using technology could guide them, for example, growing tomato over 3-4 months. So day-wise, they'll know today they have to put this input or water and stuff like that, and which can be monitored using the technology. And there could be comparative studies with different farmers, where you could make out that if this is flourishing here, why is it not flourishing there? Is it the farmer's challenge and stuff like that? So these are lessons that we learned from our debacle. And government is already doing things about the certification, but I'm still working on those, working with those 2 companies to bring those good agricultural practices to be certified, again to build the trust with the market, Whether it's the Indian market or the outside market, there are pockets where we are using what we should not be using, which destroys that naturally organic. So ultimately trust has to be built up.
Right, that's true.
You would like to add up?
So in this kind of technology, what I want to focus on the grassroots level. Like I just want to encourage those who are listening here today and watching us to have the agro-economy thing to bloom up, right? We will focus on the grassroots level, and grassroots level has to also understand that there is a potential in future. We are advancing in technology. So with the advancing in technology, we can integrate it into farming. So these days, IoT devices are very common, and that can be built by anyone. And so day by day, we are going to increase in technology, but we are not going to eat technology. We are going to eat products, agro products, right? So there is a potential in future. So I want to urge those who are watching here at this channel in this episode, let us focus in agroeconomy, because in there, there's money.
There is money. It's just that people does not,
way to pick it up.
Exactly. Right. I mean, yeah, I would love to, like carry along forward this conversation, but everything has to come to an end.
Right. True.
So before we wrap this conversation, I want to take this time and thank to both of you for being really honest as well, for addressing the challenges, the harsh reality as well. And I really hope that, through this episode, our audience understand, the worth, the investment in agroeconomy, the farming.
Right.
So, that brings us to the end of our conversation on agroeconomy. A heartfelt thank you to our panelists for sowing the seed of insight to our audience. Let's continue nurturing the dialogue because what grows in the field builds our future. Thank you.
Thank you.